Hello, Karen here, Emerging Soul Tarot with your daily read. I'm just going to lift up my... Oh, got a problem there. Sorry, people. That's it. Done. Your daily read. I hope you had an interesting eclipse and that your weekend was good. We're going to read from the Sacred Rebel Oracle, and then I got some Starman. Let's start the week creatively. Okay, let's have a look what we got. Oh, beautiful. Spirals of Manifestation. Love this card. I always look at the spiral and think of the Mandelbrot. I don't know if you've seen it. You can see Mandelbrot fractals online. I was obsessed with them at one point. But yeah, it's that sense of the Mandelbrot has got a 0 point in it, and everything comes from it, but is a fractal of the whole. And it's kind of how the physical is made. If you look at the science, everything is that fractal. So in us, in that sense, holds the pattern of the world, the universe, that all that is. In every part holds the same. So, but this, let's get back to this card. This oracle is about, you know, the spiraling path rather than the linear path. So I've got a labyrinth up there. So it's that sense of walking the circle. The path is spiral. So you pass the centre and away from it constantly. Yeah, and we kind of look at our lives like that, past, present, future, instead of that beautiful cyclical spiral. Linear is not very in the natural order. Nothing is really linear except what's man-made, really. Whole of nature contains spirals. The cosmos contains spirals. That's the geometry. Our body has Fibonacci measurements in it. But this is about a spiral, being in the middle of a spiral of manifestation. Whether you feel that or not, you are constantly in a spiral of creativity and manifestation. So there's that sense that something is coming into being, however far away you feel it is. But often, I wish you could see the labyrinth in. When you go on, if you look at the labyrinth, you actually pass really close to the centre when you're furthest away, but you also pass the furthest part of the labyrinth as you're just about to come to the centre. So there's a sense with this that we never know when we're going to arrive at what we've been attempting to create and manifest. So whether that's in your relationship, your home, your job, a project, you know, or even your inner work, you know, really it's an unknown to us when we're going to arrive at that manifestation of what we've created. But if you're working and things seem far away and people are trying to put you off, you know, saying, you know, you might as well give that up because it's not doing, it's not making you money, or you're never going to get that. Ignore them if it's a vision, because you could just be at the precipice of something opening up for you. And really, those people who've just got lack of patience, lack of understanding. But while this is happening, this oracle asks you to look at the synchronicities, just like the spiral patterns, the Fibonacci patterns. Everything is patterned in that way that is within the natural world. So look at those synchronicities, because the universe is constantly speaking. shouting is my argument. If you open your eyes, if you be still, take the time when you're out in nature, don't just rush through with your earphones on, hurry, unless you've got to get somewhere quickly. But go out, listen, smell, feel the wind or the breeze or the temperature on your skin, smell the earth, even taste things. Not poisonous things though. But use all your senses and plug in, because if you take the time to connect with Gaia, with Mother Earth, she'll connect back, really, she will. There's no point rushing, okay? I think this is the oracle that says no point rushing to the bus stop, because if you're early, you've got to wait. So I think it's that sense that you are where you need to be, even if it feels like you should be somewhere else. Unless, of course, clearly you're neglecting something, which we sometimes do. But a real sense of that slow pace and knowing that everything is patterned and in order and will come to you in due course. If we sow seeds, whatever seeds they are, we'll get the fruit from them. There's that biblical thing, isn't it? It's, if you sow bad seed, you get rotten fruit. If you sow good things, your intention, your heart's good. Even if you mess it up and make mistakes, if your intentions are good, good will come from it, even if you don't see it. But it'll eventually come from it. Let's have a look what we got here. So keep your creativity going, everyone. Look, the moon. Which had that. I can't get away from the moon energy. I don't want to, actually. The moon. 5 of Wands and conflict and fire. And our beautiful Queen of Wands. Oh, so we're really in the end of this Sag energy. Okay, so what have we got at the bottom? Oh, look, there's our Taurus energy. That beautiful Empress, earthy Empress energy, Mother Earth. Okay, so this kind of spiral, this creativity, this nurturance, it is that feminine energy. I know we got David Bowie in the moon, but it's the moon is the waters, the feminine energy, the unconscious. And if you've been attempting to kind of manifest something out in your life, just keep going, because it is all there, maybe hidden at the moment, but it's in your subconscious. But also with this naughty old 5 of Wands, I think the mantra of this is I can't remember the actual mantra, but the actual essence of this card is that, like, being hyper alert to conflict. Okay, if we're sowing that in our mind, somebody's going to take me down, there's going to be drama, there's going to be conflict, we're sowing those seeds and they'll manifest, because whatever patterns we have, mental patterns, they will eventually manifest out. So there's an awareness, but learn the patterns of how to deal with conflict. That's the lesson of this card. It's fire energy, it's passion and action. But if you've had conflict, learn the lessons from it. How can you deal with it better, especially if you are trying to bring something to birth and there's been a lot of conflict. Sometimes that opposition, that polarity, that difference of opinion can be really a productive, creative tension. But we need to learn how to deal with both our fire and the fire of other people, and probably this like ninja action is not the best way Because what we want is this beauty. I mean, look at her, Queen of Wands. She comes up a lot in my readings. And she's even got that beautiful panther in the bottom and the sunflower. She's even more kind of like vibrant than the Rider-Waite one. Instead of a cat, she's got a black panther. But the sense with this is this person who has passionate vision, but also it's watery fire. So this is someone who has learned to, learn from conflict, learn from the waters of her unconscious moon. She's tapped into her deep waters to find out how she's manifesting. Is she manifesting conflict? No. She's learned how to deal with that passion, that fiery energy, the vision, passion, action, and she's alchemized it with her deep waters of the moon. She is watery fire. So she is someone who has learned that, and she's moving out of that with her vision in action, passionate action. She's got that beautiful sunflower there, look, sun. So very fiery, but also someone who's learned. And this conflict card, I mean, this comes from, it is your passion, and it may be passion to be right. It's often our egos that hijack that passion. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with vision. Nothing about creative autonomy. But our ego will hijack that because we want to be right and we'll want to have ownership, or our ego will, So we need that ego in the back seat, coming along for the ride, being able to carry out that action under the instruction of our heart, that higher perspective. So interesting. So whatever came up for you, if you do your rituals with the lunar cycles and the eclipses, know that if you're feeling conflicted at the moment, it's only there so that you can understand the deep root of that conflict, whatever that is, whether that conflict is kind of paralysing you into non-movement or taking you into a psychological mental ninja energy. You'll find that today if you reflect on that, and you'll be able to transmute it like this beautiful queen into something really, like her. I mean, both of these, they've got this, look at their faces. These are women, feminine energies that are mastered. They're determined, steely glances, but still that beauty in there. She always reminds me of my daughter, hands on hips, So, hanging on to that kind of, that beautiful feminine energy. But feminine energy is not weak, remember that. The moon energy is not weak. The feminine incorporates, beautiful energies, nurturing, creative, birthing energies, but it also incorporates the crone energies of wisdom. It also is, the Kali energy. So we need to be aware of that. I'll pull us a daily healing to wrap it up. That's so lovely. I love that spirals of manifestation. It's beautiful. But don't worry, don't be in a rush to get, point A to point B. It's not linear. You may need to go in proverbial circles spirals. A spiral leads deep to a centre. That's the whole point. What we do, our fire action out in the world, and our inner waters, our water action towards inside, is meant to take us to centre. Whatever actions we're doing, it's not to get from point A to B, it's to abide in your centre. So we've got some lovely orbs there. Yeah, remind yourself that you are a soul spirit being. So our action out in the world, our manifestation out in the world is because we are a soul spirit person being. We are manifesting creator energy in the world, yeah. So just remind yourself of that, especially if you're feeling under the cosh. All right then, hope that was helpful. Lots of love to you. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.